Well, welcome back to Hasbro's Hide, and in fact the outdoor range. Going to do a little different sort of a review. The good folks at ProCase have sent me one of their ProCase Ear Defender hearing protection devices, hearing muffs. And so I'm going to take this out and take a look at it, and we'll plug it in and see how well it works. And then what I'm going to do is do a little test with it. So I have a PSA dagger here and 9mm, some Federal 9mm 115 grain rounds, and then we're going to use a Boya remote mic. Now, what does that mean? Well, the Boya, if you know them, they actually come with two, so you can do an interview kind of thing, have two different mics in two different places, that kind of stuff. So what we'll do is I'll have the microphone on me on the outside of the head muffs, and I'm going to squeeze the head muffs around it and see what it sounds like on the inside. I think that might be an interesting comparison. So we'll see if it works. I don't know if it works or not. We'll give it a whirl. So first, let's take a look at what's in the box. Now, just from the outside of the box here, you can see they are head muffs that are electronically powered hearing protection. Okay, they're adjustable to fit many different size adults. Now, I'll tell you, I have a pretty big head. And that's, yeah, I know Chad at Kentucky Rimfire is going to be riding me all about having a big head here, but it's true, I do. And so we'll see if they fit me. And if they fit me, they'll probably fit just about anybody. So let's pull these things out and let's see what's inside. All right, there we have them opened up on the inside. They come out with two different cords, okay? So I assume so you can plug like a microphone into it or a iPod or something like that into it, and then to charge them as well. So here's the hearing muffs themselves. And they're really actually pretty attractive. I have several other brands of these. Not this model, but this kind of thing. And these actually look pretty cool. I like them. Now, I'm not just trying to be positive here. They are good looking hearing devices. So they have a 3.7 volt lithium polymer battery. It says 800 milliamps and takes 2.5 hours to charge. And it says maximum operating time of 47 hours. It should be charged up and ready to go. Let me put it on and see how well it fits my big old head. Now you can see them on my head. Now, like I said, I don't have the smallest head, but these are really comfortable. They extend out a little bit. They pull down, they extend out, and they are not excessive pressure on the side. The foam is pretty comfortable overall. And so I think, and they're lightweight. That's another big thing when you're at the range. As long as I spend time at the range, typically, if I'm doing these shooting contests and stuff, I'll be out 3, 4, 5 hours at the range. And especially in the heat in the summertime, things can get annoying. If they're heavy, if they're hot, if they don't seal up well. But I can tell you already, just the noise rating, without even turning on the electronic parts of it, is really good. I mean, it's significantly muffled right now. Even I can tell my own voice coming back through them here. So let me get these set up. And we'll turn on the electronic part of it here. Let me turn that on. And yeah, they come charged up. And now you can hear voices around you. So I can hear my voice a bit more normal. It's a little distorted, but I'm not surprised. I can actually hear the flag. You can see like down over there in our view. I have the wind flags. I can hear the one next to the bench moving around, which is pretty good. So it's actually amplifying the sound at the level at least I turned it up to. And you have actually a pretty broad range of adjustment on the volume here, which is on the side right there, if you can see that. So so far so good. Comfortable, lightweight. I like the looks. That can be a subjective thing, right? So you may or may not like the looks of them. I do. They're thin. A lot of them would get really, really thick, and these clearly are not thick. If you can see from the side here, they're nice and thin profile. And so you don't look like Mickey Mouse, you know, big ears sticking out there. So that's pretty good. I like that real well. So let's do our test. What I'm going to do again is we're going to take this microphone and we're going to put it inside of our headset. Now, you might or might not be able to hear it being muffled. I don't know. We'll see how the recording turns out. But I have it inside the headset. So I'm going to put my other alternate hearing protection on, these earbuds that I wear often. And we're going to load up some 9mm and do a quick volume test and see how much of a noise rating reduction we get. Now, I can do it a couple ways. Hopefully we get a dB. In fact, let me get this set up. I'll get my iPhone set up, and we'll get a dB meter going on what it is on the outside. All right, so we have the microphone inside of the headset. The headset is closed, okay, as close as I can get it to stay closed. I think it's held shut there. And we'll see what it sounds like. Now, my microphone is right here on my neck, so you can see how when I'm talking, the decibels get up there, and that works fine. So now we've got 5 rounds of 115 grain 9mm loaded up into our PSA dagger. And so let's get a reading on our decibel meter. We'll see what the inside says. And then I may try a couple, maybe we'll shoot 3 rounds this way and we'll get the average. Then I'm going to put the microphone end of the iPhone in here and squeeze it around it and try it again. And we'll see what the direct dB meter says. Hopefully that will work. So let's try this and see how it sounds to you directly. Oh, well, you can see it knocked that over. Let me prop that up a little bit better here. There we go. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. Let's try this again. Peak of 116 decibels on the outside. We'll try one more. All right. So there's those 3. We'll set this down here carefully. And then let's try this. We'll take our microphone back out. We'll set that right there so we'll have the baseline of it again. Now we're going to take the microphone end of the iPhone, okay? And we'll try to, looks like I'm still reading it pretty loud. So let's try to squeeze that up around there a little bit more. Okay, so it's the best I can do to trap it inside. Let's see how it does again now when we shoot one more time. Now what was our last peak? Let's see. Looks like it says 89. Yeah, I guess that would be 16, 30. That's close to 30 decibels. All right. I'm not sure how well I can do this because I'm not confident I'm going to be able to read. There we go. If I flip it like that, the reading side of the meter is out of the phone. So let's try this one more time. Let's see how the sound works, and you guys can see it here as well. One more bullet. There you go, you can see that. That was about 92. Check the slow-mo on the camera, but I think I saw 92 flash by. And so that would be 24 dBs noise reduction on the high end. All right, so I think they're doing, as best I can tell with my limited testing equipment, that they're actually doing what they say they're going to do. So that's good. I'm sure they have to go through testing and all that sort of stuff to be certified to say, hey, first of all, it meets the CE rating, it's electronics, consumer electronics rating, and ANSI as well. So you got to pass these 2, and that certification on noise reduction is a big deal for legal and certifications reasons. So I'm sure that's pretty accurate. And from what I think we saw there, I'll double check it, but what we saw there, I think that's a pretty good reading. So first review on it. Well, right here, of course, is the USB charge port. I didn't mention that. That's where that cord goes in that came with it. And so lightweight, easy to use. It's got 2 microphones to pick up, it says. Yeah, level dependent function for listening to help improve your situational awareness. In other words, you can adjust it to where you can hear limited up to 82 dB on sound. So they don't let you turn it up so loud you can hurt your ear. Yeah, so here it is. There's an auxiliary function, and that's what that extra 1/8" DIN plug was for your plugging into your phones and iPods, iPads, iPhones, anything like that. So yeah, definitely these can become like listening headsets. So you know, you could actually be listening to music or whatever and wearing them. I'm not sure I'd ever do that at the range just because of situational awareness. Some people do stuff like that. That's not me. I kind of like to hear what's going around. But you, of course, it's fully adjustable and it folds up for storage into that bag, and it just folds back into itself, you know, like this, and then it's smaller to store it. So pretty common kind of set of features. It feels like it'll be fairly durable. I can't tell you in the short term. It is padded here, so this is really nice. Here it's padded, and that's comfortable on my head. Lightweight again, and I think it's going to be pretty durable. We'll find out over time, but for a first sort of check and review of it, these ProCases are not bad at all. They do their job. They're definitely comfortable. In fact, just for one last test, let me load up 5 more rounds, and I'm gonna wear them this time. And instead of just listening to the microphone part of it, I'll wear them, and then let's see how that feels. Stand by. All right, now I got them on. Hopefully you can see. Let me turn this just a little bit more. All right, so you can see me wearing them. I'll lean forward a little bit here. Comfortable, like I said, I can adjust them to my big head, so that means they'll fit anybody. Most anybody anyway. And so let's shoot 5 more rounds of 9mm out of our short-barreled dagger. Short to me anyway, compact size, Glock 19 size. Shoot 9mm. So let's shoot 5 more rounds, and I'll give you a sort of subjective view of how it feels. All right, that is exceptionally good. Yeah, that's better than some others I have, to be honest. Very comfortable. You hear the sound, right? You hear the gunshot. I can hear the echo because I have the microphone turned up so I can hear people talking. But there is no noise at all that hurts my hearing. No noise at all that's even uncomfortable. And so that's really good. It's doing its job. It's protecting your hearing just as advertised. So I wouldn't have any problem trying these. Now, how long do they last? How durable are they? I don't know. Find out over time. I'll use them a lot at the range because, well, I'm at the range a lot. So definitely worthwhile. Check out these ProCase. I'm going to put a link to Amazon here for you so you can check them out yourself. It'll be in my solo tree links because I can't put them straight into Amazon or into YouTube. So look at my solo tree. I'll put a link up there and you can get those. And then the good people at ProCase asked how they could, compensate me or whatever for doing this. I said, don't compensate me. What I'd like you to do is just give one away to my viewers. So here in a couple weeks, we'll announce it. We'll go on Hillbilly Up's channel. It's on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Hit as a live stream, and we're going to give away one of these, and they're going to ship them to the winner. And so that was really cool of them to do that. So I think that's really nice. My first impression is they're well done. Okay, they are working well, comfortable, they look good. I mean, and they're rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries so much. So that's pretty nice. And with 40, I think it was 43 or 45 hours, I think it said it went for, that's pretty good. So you don't have to charge them every time you go to the range. And so that's really nice. So my setup on my truck, I can just charge them all the way to the range, and that won't be a big deal. But it said 2.5 hours from basically totally dead, I think, to charge them. But anyway, pretty good. So check out ProCase ear defenders. From what I see, pretty good. I'll let you know long term, but that may take a while. I think you'll be happy with these. So check out ProCase up on Amazon, and I think you'll be happy. They're pretty comfortable. I'm happy with them so far. And again, we'll test them long term, but they're pretty reasonable too. So I think you can't go wrong. I hope you like this stuff. If you do, give me a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.